Okay, I'm just telling you guys right now, my sister's school has the best Wi-Fi. I'm currently uploading a video from my phone, and I'm going to be filming this not other video, just so I can have some content for the week. I'm going to California I'm going to California on Thursday. I'm going to be filming, or I'm going to be vlogging all that, and it's going to be like a, collective vlog, I'll say. It'll be like a whole long video of my trip there. But anyway, I wanted to do a first semester experience video. This is coming out after my second semester impressions video. And it was inspired by my friend Nisha Michelle again, so please go check her out. I will tweet out her link and stuff, but anyway. So, after high school, we're obviously trying to figure out what to do with our life. My mom really wanted me to go back, really wanted me to continue my education, but since me and my sister were both going to college, my mom is not that financially stable to support the both of us in legit universities, so she said I can go to a community college and only have to pay $5,000. So I'm like, alright. I wasn't really comfortable about that because you don't see a lot of Asian kids in community college, and that was what I was afraid of. I was afraid of cultural norms and basically being like shamed if you're Asian and you're in a community college. I don't know why I was scared of that, but seeing as how financially my family is not like as stable as I could feel, as in like safe where we could afford what we could afford. I mean, yes, I do have an iPhone 10. I do live in a 2-story house with my own room and a bathroom, and I do have a bunch of Apple products. But those come at a price. My mom's a nurse and she works hard for her money. She was recently she just recently switched departments. She was in intensive care unit, and now she's in cath lab, which you don't make a lot of money in that. It's lesser pay, but she's at home all the time, and she could be with me to help me in case I had any issues with school. But other than that, financially, my grandpa's retired, so he's on retirement money. My grandma works at a factory, so does my stepdad, and they don't make a lot of money, so my mom is the only one kind of providing for me. And right now I can't seem to get hired because I live in a small city, so me trying to help pay for my end of the bill is not working out. But I am actively looking for a job, but every time I call a place that says they're hiring, they're actually not hiring. So that's my issue. But anyway, on to my college. Like I said before, I go to commuter school, and we are a branch of a school that's in downtown Georgia called Georgia State University. I go to a campus that's 20 minutes from my house. I'm not going to say what it is because I don't need you guys stalking me. But, so I go there, and I don't know how to read my college schedule at all. I mean, I did not know how to read the days, and me thinking I'm smart, I could figure it out. No, I didn't. So last semester I had Tuesdays and Thursday classes because I went to orientation and we signed up for classes there, and I didn't actually look at my schedule at all till like almost first day of school. And I didn't have my license at the time, so I was getting driven to school a lot. And I went to school later than when I should have came. I did not realize I had an 8:30 on Tuesdays. I thought it was only a Thursday class, and I only had lab. But no, I actually needed all my lecture classes. So last semester I took government, honors English because I was in honors, chemistry, honors sociology or intro to sociology, and a chemistry lab. And all of them were on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and they're kind of back to back. So like I had them all blocked. So at 8:30 I would have government, and that was until 9:45. 10 o'clock to 11:15 I had honors English, which was the worst class. I'm not even kidding. My professor was so bad. So at 11:30 to 12:45 I would have chemistry lecture. 1 o'clock to 15 I would have sociology, and then that's my Tuesday. On Thursdays, however, like my anatomy class now, I had my chemistry lab at 2:15 to 5:30. Um, and in that class, I actually needed a step stool, so my professor, good that she provided one in the class for those vertically challenged people like me, being at 4'6". So, I mean, that class was alright. I say, I had a lab partner who I guess wasn't really too patient with me. And for me, I'm scared of always messing up, so I always depended on her when I shouldn't have. And one time she wasn't in lab to help me, and I needed help to tie a bag together, but that didn't go so well. Luckily, I did the lab and I finished it, but yeah, sometimes you have to do stuff for yourself, and for me, I'm just scared of always messing something up. But I survived that lab, and yeah, but first semester is always kind of rocky, and I did miss syllabus day because I can't read, obviously. But yeah, and then my English professor was very snarky, and and I don't want to say this, but I have to. He was an old, bald white man, like elderly bald white man, and I'm not gonna lie. The first time he saw me, we're discussing something. I can't remember what it was, but he looked at me dead in the eye and asked for a dog. And my class was predominantly white with 3 non-white kids. We had a Hispanic kid. I don't want to put a label on this kid. I couldn't tell what he was, but he could have been any. Like, I didn't know if he was Indian, Pakistani, Middle East. I did not know what he was. I did not want to ask. I did not want to be a burden. And then there was me. And I looked him up on ratemyprofessor.com, and he had the worst ratings. And he came from a higher up university in Alabama. So I'm like, okay, what do we like? His teaching style could be better if you were at a legit university and not teaching freshmen, but you're teaching freshmen in honors English class. And the thing with my professor is that he projected our essays onto the overhead for us to do an in-class critique. And according to my aunt and a bunch of other older people in my life who went to college, they're just like, he's not supposed to do that. What the heck? And good thing I missed the first essay because I didn't know that was going to happen until I got to class. And I was like, fuck, this is not going to work. This is actually not going to work. And so he would critique our essays in class and call us out for mistakes. And his grading policies are also not listed in the syllabus. So we were kind of left blind on what we could do to improve. And for my experience, this particular professor did not let me resubmit and edit my essays. He would actually write on my paper, do not resubmit an edited essay. And he would take off for formatting. Like, this is me not knowing and none of us knowing, but I printed my essays double-sided. And honestly, that was not mentioned in the syllabus at all of what he wanted. It wasn't mentioned in class, and everybody else kind of did it, except he didn't take points off for them. He only took points off for me. So I was like, what the fuck? And so every single essay I've written, he would write, do not resubmit this essay, and I would fix the formatting and everything, and the highest grade he can give me is a 60. Even though he was really content heavy on what he wanted us to write in an essay, being over 1,000 words, so I'm like, okay, I really need to nail on the content. But he would take off for every little mistake that I made, and he's not the type, I'll say this, he's not the type of person who would own up to what he made as a mistake. He would put all the blame on you, and if you try to confront him, it's not going to be a pleasant experience. So I just had an awful experience with him. Every day it was a legit panic attack. And I actually had a panic attack in front of the honors coordinator at my school because she oversees all of our grades and stuff to see if we're actually allowed back in the program. And she knows of what he's doing. And the best thing we can do is to first go to him and negotiate what you can do. But he would put the blame back on you for not going to his office hours. And I've scheduled office hours for him before, and he's like, oh, I can't make it. But then he'll try to flip it and say, oh, you did not make this office hour with me. I don't have any record. Like, you're never in your office, and you're really, like, and he looks down on you. He's very condescending if you ask him for help. And a lot of us were really scared to tell him we were confused during class, and we all kind of just like sat there together like, okay, what should we do next? I'm glad I made friends in that class and they could help me to get a higher score. But my highest, like, my best grade in that class was an in-class essay, and I got a 78 on it. I ended that class with a D. First time ever in my life I ever got a D in English. Like, granted, I was pretty much spoiled with easygoing teachers in high school, but I'm glad I had training writing an in-class essay on a text analysis, which is what it was. I probably could have added more if I wanted to, and I didn't mess up formatting because I'm not used to skipping a line to mimic double spacing. So, but my English professor just made my first semester freshman experience just like the worst. I remember one time I actually had to skip his class to not only work on an essay that he would mark a 0 if we did our citations wrong. So I tried every citation I could think of. I had every type of citation MLA style you could think of because I could not afford a 0, and he gave me a 60 on that. So I worked hard for nothing. I skipped this class because of a fever. I also had a fever that day, so I really was not about to go to school. But I had to because I couldn't miss any more days. But, like, all my other professors were pretty much patient with me, except for him. Like, I had no idea why he would not let me redo an essay, but he let everyone else redo an essay. Like, I can show you guys proof. Do not resubmit this essay. And then it turns into cursive, which I can't read cursive for the life of me. But everyone else got to resubmit an essay for a higher grade. So I was like, what the fuck? Like, I literally tell them, what the fuck? And they're like, I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you. Like, they're at a loss for words themselves. And they have A's in this class. So I'm like, I can't even get a B in this class. What am I going to do? I'm, like, not even getting into a nursing program at this point. If, like, this is going to keep happening to me. I'm not. And so what I've learned is that, I guess to make sure I look at my professors and look at all the professors listed for the class that I'm taking before I sign myself up for it. Although granted, I was kind of forced into this class thinking it would be okay. And by the time I realized that, it was too late for me to drop out and withdraw from the class. So, yeah. Yeah, there's not really much I could talk about. My chemistry professor was quite funny. I do have an aunt who's a biochem major, and she kind of helped me, and so did my mom. So I did pretty okay in chemistry. My grades at the end of the semester were 2 C's. That was in government and chemistry lecture. Yeah, I'm sorry. 2 B's in sociology and chem lab. And then that D in English. That was not... Like, all my teachers on Facebook were just like, it's okay, you're too hard on yourself. College, at first, it's not easy for everyone, but everyone I know has made A's in college. So I don't know if it's just me and my habits, or the fact that I had professors who are exactly not clear on what they want. I would kind of say it's a 50-50, because I do have some unconventional ways of doing things. So that's also my fault. I take responsibility for it, but it's also my professors who are not clear the first time around. And the fact that you're, like, if you have a professor that you're actually having to, like, constantly be at battle with on, like, my English professor would change up what he wants us to do, like, the last minute. Like, when you turn in, he wants something different. So I'm like, this is not going to work out. But, yeah, nothing too bad. I didn't have that many books, per se, for last semester. What I'm doing now is that I have a binder for all my classes, and I would have, like, dividers and papers and everything in that binder. Or I used to keep, like, those 5 subject notebooks, and I would just take notes in it. But after a while, you kind of run out of paper, so you do need to get more paper anyway. So I just thought, okay, get a binder. And my professors do not allow technology in class. Like, you cannot take out your laptop to take lecture notes because they think you're gonna be distracted and go on other stuff instead of focusing on the lecture. Which, I mean, I totally get it. It's fine. I prefer to write my own notes anyway. But I know a lot of my friends, they're allowed to use technology in class, and it kind of saves paper. But for me, it's easier for me to remember if I write it down physically. So that's just me. But you would also have to think about time management. I know I have really bad time management. So for me, what I do now is I get to school hella early, like before my lecture even begins, and I'll just either do homework or start on lecture notes before the actual lecture date. So that way I'm not rushing in class just trying to like write down everything that's on the slide, because that's just me. How I learned is that I had to write everything on the slide. Otherwise, I feel like I'm missing something. I'm talking a lot. I'm out of breath right now, and it's also kind of cold. But I just wanted to make sure I hit all the points, even though that semester passed back early December. But anyway, that was my first semester experience as a freshman. So anyway, if you guys want me to do more school related videos on top of my K-pop videos, please let me know down below. Tomorrow I'm planning on tomorrow after I finish my speech, I plan on filming a what's in my backpack video, and I actually have 2 backpacks. One of them is my purse, and then the other one is my school backpack. Just like I do take my iPad and my laptop to school, but I'm most likely gonna be filming on my phone or my iPad, but we'll see. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Sorry for this long video. College is college, so yeah. But thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.